Mr. Jerry Schilling.
Hello, everyone. Boy, do I love walking in Memphis. Such great music. I've been so blessed to be born here. Thank you. To have gone through most of and a lot of that history that we've seen so far. To work with a lot of the people. I mean, it's just been a real emotional memory, and I'm proud to be here, especially the next inductee, who she and I, as she said in her book, grew up in Graceland, because we were the young ones, and she always wants me to make sure that I let everybody know that she's younger than me. And she's my dear, dear friend. We've worked on a lot of projects together. We've had a lot of laughs. We've cried together. And she was truly my best friend. I'd like to show you the video of Miss Priscilla Presley. How'd you like it so far? While they're working out the technical difficulties, just some of the things that you may see on this video that she worked so hard on. She had to make the hard decisions. Okay, here's Priscilla.
While Baz Luhrmann's blockbuster movie Elvis portrays Priscilla Presley's life with the king of rock and roll, it's her commitment to Graceland, to the advancement of Elvis's music, to Memphis and to Memphis music, which brings her here tonight. Following the death of Vernon Presley, Priscilla became co-executor of Graceland Estate. A vast number of lawyers and accountants pressured Presley to sell the home, which needed $500,000 in annual upkeep, and which at the time owed $500,000 in taxes. She refused, rolled up her sleeves, and did her research. She established a partnership with a college in Kansas City and hired Jack Soden, who has remained at Graceland for 40 years. They opened the home to the public 40 years ago this year, sold admission tickets for $5. The $560,000 invested to convert Graceland into a tourist attraction was earned back within a month. Priscilla continued, establishing Graceland as a National Historic Landmark and securing its place on the National Registry of Historic Places. Today, 40 years later, it's the second most visited residence in the nation and remains as Memphis's #1 musical tourist attraction. Since Priscilla Presley secured the public opening of Graceland, it has attracted 22 million music-loving guests to Memphis, creating an economic impact of over $6 billion. The home has attracted practically every A-list band and musician, each recognizing Graceland as the epicenter of American music. Annually, Priscilla travels extensively and globally, opening exhibitions in foreign countries, co-producing concerts, promoting movies, documentaries, and album releases, and promoting Memphis and Memphis music. For those who counter that Priscilla is not a musician, she co-produced 2 platinum-selling LPs with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra in London, pairing Elvis's vocals with the symphony orchestra. In 2015, If I Can Dream debuted at #1 and broke Elvis's personal UK record, earning him his 12th #1 album in the UK. 2016's The Wonder of You also debuted at #1 and broke the previous album's record. Since the LPs, she's developed and promoted an 18-city concert tour with the Royal Philharmonic and personally attended every concert. She continued developing similar concert partnerships around the globe, including one with the Memphis Symphony Orchestra, and next month continues the string of concerts in Schilling, which she will also attend. Imagine Memphis music without Graceland. Then tonight, thank her with her induction into the Memphis Music Hall of Fame.
Just to follow up on that, you know, it seems like a natural now, but she had to make all the hard decisions 40 years ago. I remember the word on the street in Memphis, "This will never last," opening up Graceland. She did her homework. She went around the country. She looked at other houses and homes. And she made one of the best decisions of all. She brought Jack Soden to be her partner here. And yeah, let's hear it for Jack. So enough about her. We kid each other. So when Debney Coors and John Doyle called me a few months ago and said, you know, we really want to have somebody special to induct Priscilla into the Rock and Soul Hall of Fame. As soon as they said that, I didn't have to think. There was one person I knew, I'd known for close to half a century now, who actually, and I was president of the Music Commission, but he knows more about the Delta Blues and Memphis music than I do. And I'm proud to say that. But he really cares. He's, if you listen to Led Zeppelin music, you will hear a lot of Memphis and Delta soul behind it. If you see the last years of his solo career, where he's gotten a Grammy and he's on tour right now, he was nice enough. I never thought, it was a great suggestion, I didn't think it would come to fruition. And Robert is on tour. This is his day off. He's just been in New York, Nashville, and he didn't hesitate. He cares about them. He knows the music. He goes to the Delta. He stays and visits with blues artists. And I am so proud to be a friend of his and to see the friendship between him and Priscilla Presley over the years. And my dear friend and great artist, if you look at 1970s, Google it. The two #1 acts in the world were Elvis Presley and Led Zeppelin. Mr. Robert Bush.
Thank you very much. I've heard that before. Good evening, everybody. So, good evening, Priscilla. Obviously, I'd like to say I'm from Memphis. I've received the keys to the city twice. The first time I was given the keys to the city, and I was under house arrest 2 hours later. For inciting a riot. Can you imagine that? Now I borrow Kevin Kane's coat to do his speech. But anyway, I'm British, and you know, we have a fascination with the music of this specific city and its environs, and further down into the Mississippi, into the Delta. And So, like so many people from all walks of life, from all kinds of worlds, tonight I feel like I'm part of one big extended family. We were bound together and are bound together by the energy and the beat from long ago that was driven with stunning conviction and abandon by the man you, Priscilla, knew so well. Here in Memphis, excitement and unparalleled expression rose above the constraints and the infamy of the times. Here in Memphis, the sounds of Clarksdale, Jackson, Tunica, and the Delta collided with unholy abandon with the hillbilly two-step. Here in Memphis, where trailblazing blacks and whites worked under cover of night with Sam Phillips and co. to forge the beat that created a new world of music. And it was here in Memphis, Priscilla, where you shared the euphoria and the whirlwind of ever-changing energies, often from just a few minutes from here. And it was here, with a heavy heart, you picked up the pieces and you began your long journey. As you shaped a hallmark and a touchstone for the many millions of that extended family, never-ending worldwide family of which I'm a part. And it was here in Memphis that you rode the beat that would not stop through all the changing times. You brought Memphis into a world without the king, with strong opinions, with great attention and maneuvering. You brought the past into the present. Once upon a time, many years ago, I shared a little time and space with Elvis. He was interested, which is something special, funny and deep into the roots from whence he arrived, from the blues, the blacks, and the whites. I'm sure, like I am tonight, he would be pleased to see you recognized and honored by 21st century Memphis. Congratulations, my friend, Priscilla. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Robert. You're making me cry. My eyelashes are coming off. So. Jerry, thank you, my brother. I'm very honored to be here this evening when all this great talent that you'll see and what we've just experienced, to be included into this amazing, into this honor for the people that mean so much to Memphis music. I was very fortunate, of course, with Elvis, that really taught me everything about music when I first met him when I was 14 years old. And we used to sit and listen to the 45s, all the music that was going on in the day and age. He asked me what I thought about the music, being a young girl, and did I like him, meaning his music. So I said yes, who doesn't? And he wanted to know who the popular singers were at that time. Of course, it was Ricky Nelson and Bobby Darin and a lot of different people, obviously. But it showed me how much he loved his music and how much he missed singing. He was in Germany for a year, and it was very difficult on him. But what I learned from Elvis was, the love of music, like I said, and Memphis, Tennessee, of which he loved and came back to every time he did a film, back to the music, back to the movies that he would rent every night, and said that he could never leave Memphis, that this is where his heart and soul was. And I knew why, because I too feel the same way. I love the people here. I love the past. I see what's happening in the future. But this is still home, and this is where I'd love to come to. And to be amongst all the people that I love so much that are here tonight, and looking at all of you here, appreciating all the music that we got. Thank you. Okay, over to you. My God. Okay, we sat here this night. 2 days ago, September 13th, marked the 63rd anniversary of the day that Elvis and I met when we were in Germany. We were both very, very shy. When I walked into the room and I met him, he was playing Brenda Lee, the song Sweet Nothing, the song on the record player. And from then on, we listened to one song after another. And 2 years later, I moved to Memphis and Graceland, the first place that I actually called home. My father was in the military and we moved constantly. So that was another great experience, is seeing that Elvis the man, not just the music, but what an incredible human being. That brings me now to the movie, Elvis, which I don't know if you've seen or not, but I was very concerned about Baz Luhrmann during this movie. Baz is his own man, does what he wants to do, doesn't listen to anyone. And I'm very happy that he followed his dream, because I was very in awe. Jerry and I saw it together in the movie theater alone that Baz arranged for us. Both of us were very quiet, I guess 3/4 of the way in the movie. And Baz had invited us to kind of promote the movie in Cannes and in New York, at the New York Gala. And it was 3 weeks before we were supposed to leave. And I said, Jerry, we have to cancel, or I have to cancel out seeing the movie. I can't, because I don't know what it's about. I don't know, what he's going to do with Elvis. He's kind of iffy. They don't know where his head is, and I have to bow out. So Jerry talked to Baz, and Baz listened, and he said that I wasn't coming. So he arranged right away a screening at Warner's for Jerry and I, alone in the theater. At about 3/4 of the way, I leaned over to him and I said, well, it looks like we're going to Cannes. The movie was terrific, represented a lot, his life. And I don't know if any of you have seen it, have you? Yes. The thing that thrilled me so much after seeing it was that we have a new generation, a young generation that now knows Elvis Presley. And that was a dream come true, because now we have kids of all ages wanting to see this movie and now wanting to listen to his music. And this is all from Memphis, Tennessee, so be proud of him and I'm proud of all of you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this honor.